Alright, so let's go ahead. So we want to look at how to blend images in Canva. We want to look at how to use some tools to blend images in Canva. Alright, now the first thing I want us to do is after you create a new document and let's bring in an image. So let's come to our element. Let's say happy man. Alright, so open your photos to see all. So let's bring this in. So now this is our image that we want to use to start with this. Okay, so you have a happy man over here. Okay, so now with this image, you are coming to look at certain things that comes with the image, or how we can blend this image. So we want to look at how we can blend this image. Okay, now the first thing is we have some edges over here. Let's try and see how we can blend the edges of this image. Okay, so now we are looking at how to blend the edges of this image with the background. Okay, so it's any background. Okay, now we have some tools here. The first tool that we can use is from the app. Come to app here and search for image blender. Now when you search for the image blender, there are two things that may appear: image blender here and blend image. We want the image blender, so we are using the image blender here. And then you click on open. Okay, so it will ask you to select your image, so you make sure you select your image, and then you can choose to decide. Now maybe you want to blend the edges of this image, so you come and choose linear, and then with this image blender you can decide to make your own, and then you can drag it either up or down to make sure that it blends according to your liking. Okay, and you can also decide to increase the strength, so that if you higher the strength, the edges become hard, but if you lower the strength, the edges becomes smooth for you. Okay, and then you can decide to increase it this way. Now when you have to make sure when you click outside it, select your image again. Now let's close it. Now let's come back to the image blender. Right, so this is the image blender for you. Also have that of the radial. The radial tool is for making sure that these parts becomes blend. So it's in a circle form over here. Okay, so you make sure that you can decrease or increase it according to your liking. Now when you are done, make sure you click save. Don't come and click anywhere, just hit save with it, and then you can decide to reduce or increase the strength like this. And when you think it's okay for you, you can come and click on save. Okay, and then so there we have it for the radial, as you see over here. Okay, this is for the image blend. So this blends mode, unless you purchase premium, in order for you to get, so when you upgrade it, you get premium for it in order to use brush and other blending modes. Okay, so this is it for the image blender. Now we also have this image blender is good, and we also have the next one called image mixer. So you come to your apps, let's search for image mixer. So the image mixer also works exactly as the image blender. So you have image mixer over here, then hit open. Now make sure this is selected and click here. Okay, so with these two we have linear and also have radial, but with this you don't have options like the image blender. Okay, so let's look at the linear. Now you can decide to change it from here, or when you want it from the downwards, you come and choose this. When you want it upwards, come and choose this, and also sideways. Okay, so let's use downwards again. Now for the downwards, you also have inward and outward. If the inward is not what you're looking, you come and select the outward, and then you come and use the strength to, okay. Now this miss rotation, just leave it like that, okay. Okay, so you have to play with it to see if it is up to your satisfaction. So reduce the strength. Okay, so and then you hit save. So you see one of the reasons why that of the image blender is, I think, is better than this, because with the image blender you have options to change how it looks like. You can stretch the blend over here. So let's come back to the image mixer. So you can see that this only gives us the option for the strength and then mix size. So the mix size isn't exactly what worth your time, but with the strength you can use it, and you can just be using the two at the same time. But with the image blender, I think it is better than this. So this is for radial also. This is also for, okay. So that's it, how to blend your images to your background. So when you change the background color, it will also change according to it, okay. As you can see, you see how it looks now. The same applies to anything that you do. If any image, when you blend it and you change the color, it also applies to the blend that you did. So let's take note of that. Now let's delete this image. Let's change the background color to white this way. Now let's try and bring in two image. We also want to look at the blending modes over here. The blending modes over here. So let's come to our elements, and then let's say this. Let's change it. Say face of a man. Now come to photos. Let's use this. And now let's also say maybe forest. Now let's also use this. Okay. Now we want to use an app which also helps us to blend things in Canva. So you want to use the blend image over here. So this is what you want to use, the blend image over here, and then hit open. Now this tells you to select two things or two images that you want to use. So it says select first. You have to select the bottom layer. So this is the bottom layer. Okay. So you can come to your position layers and then come and select the bottom layer. Okay. Now let's come back to our blend image. So bottom layer, use selected image, or you can come and choose a file. So that's the bottom layer. Then you come to this, which is the top layer. You come and select it. Now we have the two selected, or if you don't want it like that, you can come and click on clear image. Okay. So the blend mode, you have normal, you have darken over here. This is what you see. This is the preview. Okay. We have multiply. This is the preview. We have color bend. This is the preview. You also have lighting. This is the preview. You have screen. This is the preview that you see over here. Overlay. This is the preview. So this is also for blending modes, especially when you are designing a church flyer. You can be using these things. Okay. You also have hue. over here, color, luminosity. So you can come and choose any of them that you want. Then you can click on add to design, and then it will be added to your design for you. Okay, so it will create a new layer for you. Now then you can come and delete these ones, and then you can come and use this. Okay, so if you are designing a church flyer and you want to use this blend modes, you can come and use this from over here. It's very simple. The name of the app is blend image, and then you select the things that you want to select, and then you come and use this to do it. Okay, so you can, when we are designing a church flyer, you can be, or anything that you design, you can be playing around with this to blend image, and then you get the results that you need. So that will be all. So thank you for joining this lesson and learning how to blend your images. Now, one thing that I also want to show you is you can also decide to blend images by using some gradients available. So let's come to our elements. Let's bring back this one. Now you can also decide to blend the edges of our image by using some gradients. Okay, so you can use these gradients, like you can come and search for gradients. Okay, or you can even search, say, white gradient. You can see white gradient. If you see that the background is white, you can just see white gradient. Okay, and then you can come and use this. I mostly use this one by this guy, MD Rizal Karim. I mostly use this one. So you can come and just click here and duplicate it. Okay, after duplicating it, you can just come and select the tray, and then you can group it. Okay, then you duplicate it again, come and place it over here, duplicate, place it over here, and that's it. So you have made the edges smooth. Okay, that's one thing you can also do. I mostly use this in my designing my flyers. Okay, now you can come and also search for gradient like this, just gradient. So you can choose between photos or graphics. Okay, so let's say graphics over here. Now you can come and select any of them. Now with this, you can come and select it, drag it over here. Okay, now you can change the color to white. So when you change the color to white, still it's not what you want, or you are not getting exactly what you want. So unless you come to edit and come and change come to your dual tone here, and then come to custom. So you can see after even changing the color here, we still have our highlight and shadows black and white. So unless you come and change it to white, and also you also come and change the black over here to also white before you can get your white here. Okay, now when you get this, you can now duplicate it multiple times. So now you duplicate it, and then you'll be placing it. Okay, so when you place it, before you get exactly what you want, then you just leave it that way. Okay, so you come and play around with it like that. But you can see what we are getting over here. I don't think I like it, so I mostly don't use these gradients over here. Okay, I mostly don't use that one, but you can, depend on your design, you can decide to use it. So some people also use shape like this. They come and bring in a shape, and they will create a gradient out of the shape. They'll come and change it to gradient. So they'll come and change it to gradient. So you change this. You can change this. Let's say they change this to white over here. And with this one, they will come and you come and lower the opacity this way. It's exactly the same as we copied it. So you can come and lower the opacity, and then you can also decide to make sure it blends for you. So it depends on you what you are doing. Okay, it depends on you. Okay, so this is how to blend images in Canva. This is how to blend images in Canva. So thank you for joining this lesson, and we